Howdy do, howdy do. First off, let's do quick mic check. 1 2 1 2. Check 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 check. Yeah. All right, cool. Alrighty. Man, I've done a lot of stuff off camera. Um, I've already went over, I think, the Miller 22A wire feeder, 24-volt wire feeder. Got some really great ideas. If you're not, please, just subscribe to me on TikTok. Really great community there for welding TikTok or Weld Talk, if you want to call it that. And got a really good idea to make some improvements to this Miller 22A in terms of extension, right? Because it's a wire feeder, and the original original power cable for said wire feeder is not even this is probably like 3 feet long, right? This is probably 3 feet long at the most. There's another one that's a little bit more extended, but this is using 2-watt cable, so this is pretty beefy. I've kept the original connectors and everything, or the original cables that I got with it, but I have bought new cable that I'm going to use, and I think this is the right cable. This is 2-watt cable. The reason why I don't think it's the right cable is the jacket. This is more of like uh, a jacket, and it is stranded solid core wire as opposed to stranded wire, right? So the stranded, like your solid core wires, or your thicker bits of copper. It's almost like a whole bunch of 14 gauge pieces of wire mixed together, or stranded together, or twisted together. Whereas a stranded wire is going to be um, smaller gauge strands. It's kind of like what you would see with speaker wire, where it's not really solid. It's not like if I bend it, it's going to stay that way. It's very flexible. Um, so that's one thing I'm worried about with this cable, and I paid a pretty penny for it, and I hope it works. But it's 50 foot of 2-aught or 2/0 cable. So you go all the way down to, like, I think 2 gauge or 1 gauge. Then you go to 0 gauge. Then you go to the aughts. So 1-aught, 2-aught. So 2-aught's pretty freaking thick. Um, Rated to transfer 600 volts. Um, and I got the ends and stuff like that, but I don't have. I might work on the extension cable there, but that'll allow me to move the wire feeder 50 foot from the actual power supply. So that's going to be pretty good. Um, that's going to be pretty cool. I think I have a deal that's going to happen tomorrow, or yeah, tomorrow morning. Drive down to Apopka, Florida, and go ahead and get another Miller 22A that's going to actually come with a gun. Guy gave me a pretty good price on it, dropped the price considerably, and I appreciate him for that. Got a couple new things as well. One is this Parcel Safety. I kept on saying Parcel Supply, but Parcel Safety combination respirator, grind shield, grind mask, and welding mask. The I absolutely love this whole platform, everything about it in terms of what's it called, how it fits on my face without glasses. Even with glasses, it fits fairly well. With these glasses, I'm waiting for my goggles. Those have been delayed, so I'm kind of pissed about that. Hold on. I'm kind of pissed about that, but those have been delayed by the ad glass store. There are some flaws. Then there are some things that I would like changed. So one flaw is, and I'll probably do a more in-depth video on that, but one flaw is that is this piece hitting the plastic piece here for the top of the uh, grinding face shield, right? The clear face shield. So I can Dremel that down. It's like one small spot. Yeah. Let me mark it right now. But it's one small spot and should be pretty easy. Put a Dremel to it and it's a done deal. So that's a bit of a problem for me there. Also, these filters, I can't really find these filters, but these are the bayonet style filters, is what they said. So I can actually change these out with a filter that I already have, or set of filters that I already have, which are these filters here, right? I really wish they worked with some of the round filters that I have for the other face masks that I have. That's much like this, but the fact that this has the good things is like the strap, the fact that it's all combination, which is really nice. It works. I was using it for quite a bit of time last night, and not having to switch back and forth. The 6 points of adjustment in terms of the face harness is really nice. What else? I did break this here, trying to take this apart in terms of seeing what the filter cartridge is and the clipping mechanism. I don't know. Maybe it's one of those read the manuals first or something like that, but I broke it, and then because there's like really small retention clips to keep this in place. So there's some small retention clips right there. There's 2 on each side, and those snapped off because I pulled them too hard. Essentially, what you're supposed to do is turn it over, and then almost get like maybe some tweezers or something, or a pen will do it too. Push it to one side, and then you can release it. Most people are not going to do that. They're most likely going to break it. It's not because I think I'm smart or anything else like that, but just in terms of design, this is always going to break, or this is going to be broken by more people than not. But still good in terms of the filtration that it offers and everything else like that. So, yeah, happy about that. And then, as I said, I can replace it with something like this. This has easier cover. I can easily pull this off, go into one side, and then put this, replace this filter here, there. And this is the, I guess, the bayonet style, to where you can just put it on. You line up the holes and twist it one way. So now I can have a whole different type of filtration system. A whole different type of filtration system on here. So I think that's pretty nice. Yeah. Yeah, so one of the other preference in terms of fixing this, is with my Miller Classic welding helmet. The biggest problem with this is just the headgear for me, right? This is pretty simple, straightforward. But the biggest problem for me is the headgear. It's staying on my head. I like that. It has so many different points. It's like it's gonna suck onto your head pretty much. But the headgear is the problem. I've since fixed that. This needs to be adjusted to be a little bit better. But then I look at something like the uh, luxuries. I got this from a guy on YouTube. Luxuries once tasted become necessities. Having an auto dim helmet is just, I don't know how people did it before. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. Like, literally, you're looking through the deep dark blackness. I had to break out another light just to see through the shade on this helmet. This is probably like a, I don't know, probably shade 10 at the minimum usually. And then even with that, it's kind of hard to see through it. But then I had to use this light just to shine on the actual material and things that I'm working on, just to see it. You know, that was a whole thing. Yeah, that was a whole thing. So this right here, um, this is one of those things where they should have a little bit better. You could replace this lens, right? That's not a problem. Go through here. There's this thing here. You pop this out, and then the lens is free, right? So I could replace it with any just like glass lens that I want to. You could say, okay, hey, this is probably better off in. I keep looking at myself. Anyways, this is. I'll get better. You'll probably say, hey, listen, don't have to worry about that. If I'm in the daytime, more than enough sunlight, I can see through it then, so on and so forth. As a hobbyist, that's not really out in the field, that does most of this stuff at night after work and only has unnatural lighting, or like shop lighting and stuff like that. That's a very important thing for me, is to actually have it to where I have an auto dimming feature on this to where I can see without it and then go from there. Also, I don't like helmets that where I can just snap my head forward and then it folds down. I would have to loosen this up. It doesn't really have anything for adjustability of that, right off the bat. So, or like you have to get it right the way you want it. I do like the fact that I can fold this thing all the way back to here, which is nice, so I can have clear view. There you go. So I can have clear view, nothing, no obstructions or anything else like that. And honestly, it's kind of like out of sight, out of mind. Yeah, so this is a number 10. So this is a shade 10. I'm just looking at the lens identifier here. So I can change out the lens. So with this, it's very important that just read your comment sections, read your reviews. You'll find a lot of information because people are just helpful. Some people want to impart their knowledge, myself included, with what I do here. But looking at the Amazon reviews, I found somebody that says, "Oh yeah, this is a problem," and they ran into it and had the solution right then and there. And they were like, "Yeah, you could just go ahead and buy this part, and you're good to go." And I'm like, "Yo, dope." So there's an adapter from Weld Tube. Weld Tube. We can kind of go over that. There's an adapter from Weld Tube, and I lost my screen here. Okay. So there's this flip Weld Tube flip front adapter for pipeliner welding helmet. So there's other, there's this, I forgot they call this like the scoop welding helmet or something like that. But you can have this adapter, and then with that adapter, because it has a small like area that it covers, it just is enough for the lens. But then when you have these auto dimming lenses, and some of these lenses have, like here, you have a solar panel patch at the top of it. So, excuse me, so it can recharge off of shop lights and stuff like that, or bright lights. So you have that capability, which is really nice. But it's you don't have that space here on these scoop helmets. It's just the lens. You pop the lens in, and that's it. So they have an adapter for it, which is great. Now, why is that in? Why did I mention, of course, the this is what I was talking about here. This nice gentleman, he put that, hey, listen, this is a problem. It's 2025. You're gonna have to buy additional gear, and I think that's very important that that's mentioned, that's said. And pretty much, I am going to. I already bought the pieces for this, and yeah, I can't wait. I should be able to get these on Saturday or Sunday. So yeah. Yeah, it's going to be nice. And then I got the King 1.0 uh, shade 5 to 13 adjustable gold auto darkening welding lens. So that's pretty cool. I've seen a lot of this is from Rigid or Ridge products. They have like a lot of ads and stuff on Facebook. I see them all over the place. So they look like, hey, listen, they advertised to me, so went ahead and bought one of their lenses. I probably could have got away with not, I probably could have not have gotten away, but got another lens or something like that. But me stepping out, I don't know much about this piece yet, so I'm kind of learning. 9 lenses in one, I guess, because of the different shades. But what's nice about this is that you can actually set it here. So your sensitivity, delay, and shade. I have pretty much the same uh, functionality I have the same functionality on. I have the same functionality here on this. So I can actually set that. And what's nice is I can also just make it to where this is a welding helmet as well. But I don't have the respirator. I also don't have the shield, right? So I mean, well, this already acts as the shield. This is missing the respirator. So you could just say, hey, listen, I could use this to grind, and then it won't auto dim or anything else like that. But I would have to set it as opposed to flipping it up. So there's like the mechanical switching versus a button switching or something like that. So it's kind of like preference, you know. And also the other problem again is the headgear. Is my biggest problem with this helmet. Besides that, no problems. Works good, stuff like that. It works as intended. But yeah, so partial safety, WF100, kind of not usable. So without, you know, in terms of welding, it's kind of not usable until I get those to get the lenses or get the auto darkening lens and stuff like that. What we're gonna work on tonight is this little thing here. So one of the things that was mentioned to me is that this is from, forgot the guy's name, something outdoors 202 on TikTok. Oh, come on.
I love you. What about your wife?
That's funny. Backcountry 202 on TikTok. Really nice guy. Nice community, period. When it comes to TikTok, loving, you know, that whole community and everybody just, you know, taking the time to give you advice, you know, and not really being super disrespectful or anything else like that. Especially when you ask, right? Like, you know, when you're just saying, "Oh yeah, you can do this," man, that's when everybody comes out. But when you ask, they definitely show up and show out. But one thing he said is that, you know, he has his Miller 22A. In fact, let me get the picture. I'll get it straight. No, maybe I can. I don't know. Let's see if what I can do here. As I said, join me on TikTok. Um, Here we go. Yeah, I can put this up. Okay, so TikTok TreeStar System or at TreeStar Systems on TikTok. Check me out. But one thing that's really cool is that open image in new tab. Hopefully this will work. Yeah, here we go. So he pretty much has his Miller 22A or one of his Miller 22As on a cart. The Miller 22A itself comes with a cart or a stand where it has the wire spool towards the back, and then it's just flat. It's supposed to sit on top of the power supply or on top of a cart. Very sturdy. Has some weight to it. They've added another weight plate on it just so it can stay down. So very sturdy, right? But I want to be able to wheel it around and have almost like an extension. So if I look at this, this is kind of what I'm going for in terms of the cart. I'll have two wheels in the back, but then I'll have a raised front to it or an angled front to it. I don't have tube. I do have channel. So what I'm doing here is with this channel iron, I have that running across the bottom. Seems pretty even. Got it all measured out and everything else like that. And then now I tacked it on there. So it's like very small tack welds holding it on. But now I need to brace it up a little bit more to be a little bit stronger. So I'm going to be using 7018 for that. I tacked it on with 6013. That stuff burns really nicely. But you could see with this one, he has his hose and his 2-aught cable. He says he's got about 50 feet of it. So hose and 2-aught cable, and he's able to wheel this sucker around, and you have the wire feeder here. And I also ordered the cable for the remote as well. So that's wire two. That's a 2-aught power wire. The remote cable so you can control amperage and everything else like that, amperage signal. And then you also have the hose if you're using gas. So I should be able to do all of that and roll that around, which would be really nice. So I don't have to move the power supply. One of the things I want to do is make my power supply as stationary as possible once I get this welding table behind me done. But we've taken a little bit of a detour to get this thing kind of working because I definitely want to get this going here. But yeah, so let's work on that. So what we're going to do now is we are going to go ahead and I got this braced up here. So I'm just going to use some angle iron, and this angle iron will be the connecting piece from the actual where the wheels are, because these will be pretty much parallel to the ground. Have the wheels on there on casters here, and then I have the wheels touching in the back. That'll give it an angle, kind of tooting it up a little bit. And then I see this as how people have it. Usually where it's the wire feeder is kind of at a 45-degree angle upward. So I'm going to keep to that, and I just need to put in everything so I can brace all this and put it all together. Okay, all right. So I got everything in place. Tacked this stuff last night, and yeah, tacked this stuff up last night. What I couldn't get, and we'll see if this works, and this is probably something where I have to research or ask questions about, probably put this on the TikTok video, is why I can't weld to this metal from, just welding the angle iron, because I was using 6013, and 6013, I use that in DCEN, so that's DC electrode negative. So my stinger is connected to the negative terminal. Now with 6013, it has less penetration into the metal. So what I was getting is that it would penetrate on the actual the metal itself or on this piece of angle, but it wouldn't penetrate in onto this piece of metal here. So it could be the type of metal that it is, and I don't know enough about it. Some welds stuck, but I just didn't have enough penetration, and that penetration is usually the problem that I was having, where I was running things a little bit too hot. So that was causing an issue. So if that's the case, I have thicker metal now. So I was running too hot, and it was causing me to burn holes through the welding table, because that is thinner metal, 1/8 inch, right? This is thicker metal. I'm looking at these angle irons, or these angles are probably about, I know this one is 3/16, and yeah, they're pretty much the same thing. Yeah, let's say this is 3/16. In terms of the old angle, this is coming off of the trailer. So both 3/16. One thing I got to do, since I have this mocked up, I do have to clean this area and get down to bare metal past this paint. I've already done it on this side because I was working on this side first, and I could never get it to stick. So with 7018, higher amperage, I should be able to penetrate and get a better weld. Let's turn on our power supply. Let's bump up. Let's see. 7018. We're using a 3/32 rod or a 332 rod, and my notes say 90 to 95 amps downhill. We're good. So let's bump this sucker up to 90, or middle road 92. The packaging says up to, I think, 120. I don't have it anymore, but up to 120 for the, yeah, for 3/32. Oh no. Ooh. Yeah, 3/32. It says 85. Ooh, so let me turn that down. That's a different rod manufacturer, but I won't say they're the same, but we'll just bump up if we need to. So just a scotch. Got an 85 amps, and 1/8 is 90 to 140. So amps. So we'll see here. You can always look it up online too. All right. This headgear is working, but it's almost too loose, whereas the other one was too tight. So more adjustment is needed. All right, got a little bit of connectivity there. All right, let's build this bad boy. I swear I'm not like practicing here. I just can't get an arc worth a damn. One thing I learned about welding so far is preparation is key. So really got to fix the adjustment on this helmet. Golly. All right, so I need my file. I need to fix this helmet already, man. This is the worst thing about this, man. Even with this headgear, which I think is again, it's a lot nicer, but once these things come off, bro, it's not like I can't wait to get this other helmet up and running because it's just night and day. Night and day in terms of just it's on your head, cups to your face, has a good seal to it. Like that helmet's gonna be like a savior, and it's like $220, very pricey, but worth it to me at least. All right, so just gonna have to keep this down. So when you get these rods, they'll have a small bit of the actual steel exposed, and then it'll be beveled back. So using a file, you can achieve the same look and feel. Burns. Burns a lot better that way too. All right, so that, holy shoot. That was too much. So that ate through the metal. Damn. So that's travel speed. That's not a big deal. Won't see it, but you don't want to do it. So burns better. We'll cut this down to 80 amps. But it looks like it got the penetration I needed. Everything was good except for the last little bit. Let's see if I can show that. And again, using that file, I learned that from a YouTube video, is just using a file to bevel back the flux, expose that little bit, that just like have it peeking out just a little bit, and having the flux still surrounding it. Really good. iPhone. I'm getting this camera fixed tomorrow, so bear with me on that. on. So you can see burned a lot, very hot right there all the way up. And then this was just leaving it on too much and that large arc coming off of it. So that that is, it's good, but you know, it's like the wire feed are sitting on that spot, so you won't see it. And I can always fill it up with maybe some 6013 or something like that to fill up that hole and repair that section, which I'll do. Knock off the slag off of this and finish up the weld, and then finish it up or connect it to this side as well. So now we got to connect it to the to this here. We'll see how tough it is and go from there. But looks like 7018 is the ticket. All right, so before we do anything else, or before I go any deeper into this in terms of knocking off slag, actually, I'm gonna knock it back. And we'll get it welded to the actual the channel. That seems like it's not hot enough. So we'll kick it back up to 85. We'll kick it down to 82, and then we'll just make sure that we watch our travel speed so it doesn't stick on the material too much. Move our keyboard up so we don't burn this sucker up. Okay. Still good. Again, this is why, like, I can't put my helmet up. Again, I have to make better adjustments to this headgear. Make better adjustments to this headgear so I can articulate and manipulate it without having to use two hands or anything else like that. All right. Oh, I could take my magnet out before I ruin it. Come on, baby. Keep it going. You're right there. Just keep it going. Rod is still in decent shape. Good. Yeah, that's good. That was technique on that. Like most things, to be honest. Or most of my problems, I should say. Definitely technique. What I'll probably do is I'll flip this over. Now that I have this kind of tacked on with 7018, I'll flip this over and get that ender side, get a better angle at it. Let's hammer off this slag. A lot better. Too deep. A lot of areas, but a lot better connection. These pieces are bonded, so that's really good. What I'll get now is this inside piece. So these angle irons, so on this side of the angle iron, the piece that connects to the channel isn't, I'm going to have to use like a 1/8 rod to fill the gap. But it has more of a gap here on this side than on this side when it comes to hitting the channel. But on the actual, the cart or holder, it has more surface area connecting on that side. This side is the opposite. I have a lot less here. I have about one line, but most of this is going to be on the channel. So kind of double braced, or they're sharing the load between the two. And then one thing I want to do is, what that'll do is I won't have to worry so much about this connection here at the top. Oh. Okay. Got to shield up the game that I play. Online. Got to put my shield up. Play Last Survivor. Really good mobile game. But got to put my shields up so I don't get attacked. I need to really get back into attacking others, to be honest, on this game. Anywho. All right, back to this. All right, so we're gonna get this attached, and then go from there, and then we'll hit the bottom side of it as well. I do have to hit it with a grinding wheel over on this side, and get that right. In fact, I'll just do that now, so then I can just keep on burning when time comes. I'm not even wearing my usual uniform. Preparation, preparation, preparation. That's the biggest thing in welding. Oh, preparation and protection. Definitely protection. All right, so we've cleaned off our welded edges. One thing I do need to get is some type of like acetone. That was another suggestion from the comments. Is to get something that will clean off the surface of the metal as well. Not just cleaning the metal, getting down to bare metal, but getting that surface cleaned is a big deal. So as I said on this side, we want more of it to be on the channel and a little bit on here because we have more surface area on the cart here. But it should be enough, especially with 7018. You know, the 70 and 7018 means 70 pounds per square inch. So that in terms of what it can hold, and this cart's not going to be doing that much. It's not going to have that much in terms of, you know, thing to it. Oh, did too much. Oh, too much. Yeah, a little bit too much on this one. Or took off a little bit too much. It's too much sticking out. I mean, I could burn it down, so not a big deal. It's good enough. Or it'll work, I should say. All right, so we are going to burn the inside on this side, and then we'll burn this side as well. Kind of want to tack on that other side first. Good. Let's see how big of a hole we got. Oh, no holes. Okay. Too much movement on that. Missed some spots. Yeah, but good. Got it on there. come back to that. I struck up quick though, that's nice. I think when I go back over this with the 1/8 rod, I'll address some of these issues here. I want to do a long burn, so let's change out our rod. Yeah, I'll do a longer burn here on one of these pieces. Just need 2 of these pieces. The long burn there. Could do another long one here, but I'm gonna do it on this side. That one was nice because I just traveled in the groove and just kind of pressed it in there. So that turned out really nice. See if I can replicate on the other side. Again, one of the things I'm doing in between each pass is knocking off the slag to reveal that bevel, or that kind of create that bevel with my hand. If needed, use the file. This one's not bad, but with another pass to really seal it in, it'll be good or better. Same thing, just following the groove, just keeping it in there, pressing down lightly. Yeah, that did some things, but not what I wanted or needed, I should say. Did what I wanted, just not what I needed. So kept it in the groove, but the gap is too big. And if anything, I probably moved too fast. I could have done a push-pull going in and out to puddle up in this area. Not bad though. I mean, not horrible. Just definitely not good enough. This one went on thick. Show this off a little bit. Come on. I really gotta. All right. So you can see here. Ooh, looks crappy. Let me see. Okay, you can kind of see here, but we have separation here. This is where the weld actually sits on that channel, but we wanted to connect both the sides, and it's not doing that. I think I can achieve that by spending more time, and I think I was moving too fast, and then doing a push and then pull out of the puddle. So pretty much as I work my way up, so just push down, pull up, push down, pull up, push down, pull up. that should allow more puddle to be created here. On this side, little lot better, but you could still see where there's the connection here onto the channel itself is not as good. Same thing, push down, pull up with another pass. But yeah, if anything, I have to get better with my root passes to fill these gaps, because now I have to eat through this with and I have to spend more time on it. If anything, it would be better to grind it off, grind it down, and go from there, which I'm gonna do to clean this up anyway. All right, let's move on. Ugh, I don't like the smell from this damn thing. I hate the smell from this shit. Yeah, I got like little to no connection. Little to no connection on. Yeah, I got little to no connection on that one weld or this weld here on this side. Yeah, it's like nothing. All right, cool. Spend more time on that one. Let me get like an air hose over here so I can spray this thing off every day. Well, something like that. Mm. About to go in too fast there. Spent too much time, ate away some of the channel, which is a big deal because this channel ain't thin, so that's not good. Honestly, as is, this shit's not moving, so I really could just be done here. But we're not lazy over here. Okay. Well, just not tired enough yet, really, but you get the point. Yeah. So we're good here, I think. We're better, I should say. Helmet's feeling a lot better too, in terms of just moving it up and down. So we are going to do this piece. A little bit more of a connection, not the prettiest. What I'll do is I'll go over this again with an 1/8 rod, um, just to shore up that connection. This connection is good enough for me here, not prettiest again. Looks like sheet. I just gotta spend more time sitting down with this stuff, man. But I'm gonna go here and then come down. I'll be doing this uphill on that. All right, got a little rod left. Just 3/32. Okay. One thing also too is just like that beveled side or that exposed side. I'm trying to rotate the rod to fit my grip and then move along with that. And that'll help me start my arc. If you see like you're sticking a rod, you start to hear a whining or a high pitch squeal, almost like a Chidori. If you watch Naruto, that rod's getting too hot. I'm usually going to switch it out at that point. Got this little cigarette butt here, so let's work with it. Ooh, down to the nub, baby. Yeah, that was good. Good burn, baby. Good burn. Chop the end off of this one. Now we're good. This we're gonna hit straight or with a straight angle. Bevel or exposed side down. Gonna pull it back towards us. That's a lot. A lot of ugly, but it's a lot. Now, gonna angle it. Dang it! That's why you wear boots. That shit just burnt right through the Crocs. Just filling in some gaps here on this side. Hope I could burn this thing down to the nub. Spent too much time in that spot. Oof. Okay. It's a little bit better. Shouldn't have to do a 1/8 path or 1/8 inch rod pass. But yeah, I should wear my freaking boots. Oh man, to burn through the Crocs. Yes, we go. Something you just leave the fuck alone. Jeez. This slag is hard. Jesus. This is not good. Like, the weld's gonna hold, but it's ugly. It's just ugly. Ugly. It's getting. Waste the brush on this. You know what? Let me use this thing here. I have multiple grinders connected. Okay, so that's kind of our result there. Um, that ain't going nowhere. So we first started off with these 2 tacks here, very small, very minimal, very demure, and then shirted up with this bracing here. So this just keeps it in place, and gives us our little raised profile, or angled profile for this. Put the wheels on the bottom of it, and we should be good, honestly. I can do more to like weld here if I wanted to. If I wanted to, I can fill that in, but oh wait, no. Oh, I didn't burn a hole through this. Well, I didn't burn a big hole through this, but there was already a hole, so I kind of gouged it out. Okay, I thought I burned a hole through that. That's like too clean, and it's also over here as well. All right, right? Yeah, that's a machined hole. Okay, and then we could put our casters on it. I think I'll have the locking casters on the back. But yeah, that'll be our profile here. Just that little bit of raise there, and then it's braced up by these 2 pieces of angle. Yeah, I don't need to go ahead and do it on the other side. I will be good, and I kind of want to move on. I'm really not worried about that. One thing is just holding these wheels in place. I think it's always your back. It's always the... Oh, these are the locking wheels. These should be to the back. These should be to the front. And we're going to weld these bad boys on. And I can just do... Let me get my... Okay. I like to have a decent clean surface. So I can use my clamps here. Position this bad boy. Mark its spot. Oh. Okay. This is still hot, by the way. Ooh, yeah, that's warm. That is warm. Okay, so already cleared the stickers off of this bad boy here. So we just want to line up the edges of the wheel. Oh, okay, we got a flat edge. Good, good, good. Good. Very good. Kind of mark it where we want it. That's just our fail-safe. We use our clamps to lock it in place. Oh shoot. Damn it. I didn't know you could do that. Oh, okay. That works. No, it doesn't. And this is why it is marked. It is a different side though. That's why we mark it here. It does help us. Almost there. Oh, almost pinched my fingers. Okay, so we can tack it right into here. Now, with this being thicker metal, even on thin metal, so this is thinner metal. Oof. Also should have cleaned the surface off. Yeah. Let's see how I'm gonna hit this. Damn, got my marks already. We'll be okay. Whatever. I already took it off, so gotta put it back on anyway. Gloves, gloves, gloves. Okay. Let's get this placed. Forgot which clamp I just used. It ain't that one. Okay. Let's get it marked. Placed and marked. All right, let's burn the last bit of this roach off here. A real small bit. See, I'm just exposing that bare metal, getting that bevel. I could do this a little bit with my hand, but what I'm gonna do is just tack in this hole, and then I'm gonna come down the side of this. I'm gonna see what I can do, because I'm gonna burn. I don't want to burn too much of this wheel. I just want to get it in place right now. Horrible control, by the way. But that bitch ain't moving. And if it does, I'll be pissed. That's done with. That's done for. I think that's. I don't know. Didn't do too bad with the rods. Trying to get arc eye again. Almost fucking blind myself again. Trying to move fast on this, but that's in place. I'm trying to move too fast on that. Kind of scared, but shouldn't be from the looks of it. That's on there, baby. It's fucked up, but it's on there. All right, let's knock off this slag. Pretty up. And move on to the next side. By the way, doing stuff like this is actually a horrible technique. Horrible for job sites. I'm a hobbyist. I'm the only one going to see that shit. So be mindful of that. Do not mimic that behavior or trait. Usually you're supposed to strike an arc and then weld over the striked area. I think this weekend I'll work on the welding table. There's a piece that I have to recut or cut down because it's sized. It's too big, just by like a 16th, eighth of an inch at the most. So, yeah. Yeah, this looks pretty decent in terms of the wheels. Let's just get the other side done. Get it placed. Oh, wow. Does it look off? This is. All right, we might as well prep for the back wheels and get the back wheels done while we're on this side. Yeah. All right, let's place the back wheels. So running good with the 7018 rod at 86 amps. That's actually working really nice. So FYI, that's pretty good on those rods. Again, we have our edge. So we got two straight, well, feels like two straight edges, looks like two straight edges, but mostly is not, most likely is not. Yeah, we should be good here. We can just, we'll mark to, just in case, but we'll fill these holes in. Get that done. Oh, did it again. It'll burn through the paint, but preparation is key, so. All right, so I'll pop these two in here, or fill these in here, and then move to the other side. Or release the clamp, move to the other side. Whew, that was a lot. Fire! Mm-mm. Oh, burnt up the wheel too. Ugh, that's not good. Let's lower the arc control on this. Yeah, you never want something like that because it's not like you can grind the wheel down and get rid of this discoloration. But it's in there. I don't know how I'm gonna. Ooh, look at that. I screwed something up. Over here. Got some metal in the bearings. This I can't hit with the grinder as well. Yeah. Probably hit it with the die grinder, so I'll do that later. Okay. One thing I try to do is when I'm releasing my grounding clamp, keeping track of where my electrode is. Usually I always place it away anyway, but just to make doubly sure. All right, we can put on these back wheels first, or this back wheel. Back wheel. I'm almost done with this cart. All right, so this, I want it out here. No. How do I? Okay. Oh, maybe there's always like that in terms of the orientation. Yeah, it's probably just always going to be that orientation. I want to be able to have it to the poke to the outside like this. But I won't get that unless... Yeah, am I missing something? All right. I think I can't do it, so... I think I can't. I think I can't. It's not good. It's not what I want. Probably have to do this side first. This side looks... It's not holding down. Same thing. Guess I should have known. So we will tack the outside. What can we do here? Stronger hands. Oh, there we go. Dummy. Stronger hands and different perspective. Okay. Alright, no, we're not out of rod. Still got a little bit left, baby. This electrode's touching that table. That's not good. But it's a wood top, so she'll be fine. Fuck. Hmm. Definitely closed my eyes when I blew into that. Making it just as bad. That did not help. All right, let's get this in. That is good enough. Famous last words. That is good enough. Let's get another rod. 7/18, 3/30 seconds. The only thing I don't like about these rod holders that I got, check out my TikTok, we made a video about it, is that you have to spin off the cap. But that's also how you keep the freshness in, so to speak. So, thing I don't like is the reason why I bought it. Oh. 45-degree angle is my favorite position when it comes to rod or stinger or rod and stinger positioning. I just get the. I think I'm more comfortable that way, personally. All right, so this side is already prepped. Let's just tack these suckers in. Easy peasy. Like little things like this. I mean, these little bits of wires get in your eye and stuff, and this is exactly why I can't wait till I get that combo, that Parcel Safety WF100 all set up with an auto dimming lens and everything. Like I really can't wait to get that shit set up because this is, I got glasses on, that helps, but I still get stuff that get around the glasses. And you really want to get in there sometimes when you're like working on this stuff and like looking at it. Really want to get in there. Ooh, excuse me. I might look for a small air compressor just for the desk so I can blow this stuff off pretty easily. Or just get the big air compressor that I have actually hooked up. All right. See how this thing... Hey. Gotta run it through its paces, but yeah. Okay, this thing is off balance. Can already tell. Oh man. Let's see. Oh no. No, this is on the ground. It's 10 toes down. Oh, that doesn't roll that. Oh wait, no, it is. Wait, is it? It's because of the wheels? I guess that's why it's better with a one-wheel design in the back. Not sure how I would cut that off. But this works. Ooh. Doesn't work well. Does not work. Oh, man. That's not good. All right, so got the angle. Front wheels are great. Back wheels, problem. Back wheel should be a back wheel. I went overboard on this. I'm not sure how I would cut that out because those are welded in. The only thing I can think of is like, I mean, they're welded on, man. What if I can? What if I can weld something that just keeps the wheels straight, keeps them always like this? Maybe I could put like angle iron here as a way to deter these wheels from moving out of a channel, so to speak, which sucks because that takes away its articulation. So maybe I can move it a little bit this way. The vertical wall sits up here, and it can only go this far per se. Actually, no, this would be good too. Could be this side as well, but ugh, that sucks. Design flaw. Because of that. So it feels like it's unbalanced. Well, feels like it's unbalanced. This is already like pushed this way, so it's like not a good measure. A single wheel is more than enough on the back. Single wheel locking. Okay. It's gonna be hard to cut off, man. That is going to be hard to cut off. Almost. I want to just get rid of the wheels. Because even if I cut it, ooh, it's a tight spot and everything. Yeah, it would have been better to have a bit of. And that's what it's on the picture too. That's how it's pictured. Or, oh my gosh. Okay. I can still work with this. Essentially, it'll just be a waste of these wheels. I could just take them off. Because there's no way I can easily grind this down. This is probably better with, like, it would have been better if it was bolted. Yeah, it would have been better if it's bolted, I guess. I can get another wheel, though, and then put it in the back. I'll go to... Oh, man. Oh, it's only 10 o'clock. No way, it's only 10 o'clock. Ain't no way. Yo, it's only 10 o'clock. That's crazy. That's crazy. It's shit welds, but they're built up. Strong and in place. Really gotta get my beads. Like, this is so... Alright, I'll look up this pattern. Yeah, even if I, like, man, there's no cutting disc that'll get into this like this. Yeah. I'm gonna have to use... Let's put it on the ground, but... Yeah, it'd be better if it was a single wheel on the back. Ugh. You know what? It doesn't seem... It rolls pretty good when it's on the ground. Seems like when it's like... It catches. It catches in some spots, but... Yeah, it's moving. Yeah. Design flaw or being overzealous on that, but it works. It definitely works. Ugh. I'll call that a success. So then next is to get the wire feeder cleaned up and mounted on here. This is where I need to get like some type of like metal cleaner. I think I got like brake cleaner. Should have some brake cleaner left. Yep, sure do. Oh. Shut the welder off for now. Making too much noise. Okay. Yeah, so we'll just clean this bad boy up. Does that look? Is that how it's supposed to look? One of the other things we can do here, since it's still pretty early. That's good. We're gonna grind up on these sides. It's cool, you know. I only tack these small edges as terms of contact points, and then built it up from there. And now I got strong support. That ain't going nowhere. You know, that ain't going nowhere. You gotta knock on it, but tacked up these small edges here, and that's a pinpoint, you know. So, and that really ain't going nowhere for real. But achieved what I wanted overall. Again, overzealous on the wheel design. I think if I put a piece of channel man and stop it from moving in those directions, but that takes away the articulation. But all right, yeah, we'll see. I'll as I use it, I'll make improvements. Oh, put some gloves on. And this tabletop, I'm gonna resurface it. Probably maybe another year. We'll see. It's holding up, but I know I'm screwing it up. And I will be using this a lot less once I get a welding table in place. That's gonna annoy the fudge out of me. Yeah, by putting it so close to the wall, I've taken away the articulation. So if anything, I could have still done 2 wheels, which still would have been too much, or it's just not needed. But I could have still done 2 wheels, but if I would have moved it in closer to the base or the middle to where it can fully roll around, oh man. And of course, the front wheels don't have that problem because guess what? They are on this PCU channel, which doesn't have any blocking walls. All right, I'll get another wheel tomorrow because that's going to bother me. I don't know how I'm going to fix this, though. What I'll do... I don't have any other wheels or anything, do I? No. No. All right, yeah. All right, cool. I'll fix that tomorrow. We'll keep it on for tonight. Actually, no, there's no reason to keep it on tonight. The only other thing I gotta do is I could do a ratchet or something like that on it. Yeah, I'll put a ratchet on either side and drill it off. And then I can... Oof. I don't know. There's really no good way of getting these off. These are like $8 wheels. Not cheap, but also nothing to cry about. Okay. What else we got? All right, so with this, we should be able to... Oof. I think I could like cut it out. Let's see what we can do here. We're gonna do mostly grinding, so let's use our new mask. Welders off. Use our new mask, which I can't talk through. No biggie. This is how I put this mask on, but let's move the mic. Breathe really nicely. Probably can't hear me. Like a little Vader action going on. I don't know how this sounds. Breathe really nicely. Let's see here. Okay, got a little Vader action going on. I can breathe really nicely in this mask, listening for playback. Oh, wow. Wow, that picks up really well. Okay. Let's fix our mistake. We're going to cut these wheels off. $8, $16 really, down the drain. It's just too close to these sidewalls and should just be right in the middle. As far as what I'm going to do, I just need to cut right along this edge here and it'll come off. It'll come up off it. All right. Stand by. All right, so let's get this
Use this one, see how this works. Mask is working great, feels nice. I can breathe, doesn't get fogged up. Nose and everything position is good. Maybe some better tightening or something like that. Once I get the goggles on, it's going to be a little bit more comfortable, less annoying with my glasses moving all over the place with it. Okay. This thing's not bad. Finally found a use for it, but not bad at all. These are gone. We'll get newer ones tomorrow. Get these things done. I'll grind this down. A little bit of a failure there, but nothing major. Nothing major. Yeah. This thing's, specialty, but works well. Oh, excuse me. Mm. Nope. Not worth it. Ah, real nice. Okay. I'll get that tomorrow, and we'll get this finished. For now, all right. So the next thing is clearing this off a little bit. I'll be doing a lot of driving tomorrow, so I think I got like 7 hours of driving tomorrow. So I don't want to do this. I don't want this to be waiting for me, or these things to be waiting for me. Okay, so what's next? This 2-aught cable. That took what, 2 hours to do? Yeah, 2 hours. Alright, so this we're gonna need a soldering gun for. Let's get that set up. Soldering, shrink wrap, all that stuff. Okay, got a little bit of solder left. Not much. Alright, we only turn this on when we need it.
Like, I could wear this for longer, this mask, but if I don't need to, I'm not. But fairly comfortable. Fairly comfortable. Actually, very comfortable, I should say. It doesn't, like, squeeze on the face too much. Very soft. Very soft or supple liner here that goes around your face. That's really nice. I didn't feel like, quote unquote, in danger of hurting my eyes or anything getting in my eyes. I was able to breathe fine through the filters. So, that's a good freaking mask, dude. I'm loving it. Okay, so we need to get the ends on this. That would be these. Here's the control wire for the 22A, or what will be the control wire. This is SOOW 16-3 AWG, or 16 gauge. 16.3. Why is it 16.3? Should it be 16.2? Why is this 3? I always wiring gets on my nerves sometimes because it's like, okay, this is 16.3 600 volt power cable wire. Got this off of Amazon. This is about 50 foot. I think, yeah, it should be 50 foot. But got this off of Amazon. But the 16.3 is just like, hey, if it's 16.3, I'm expecting 2 conductors. No, I'm expecting 3 conductors. 2 hots, a neutral, and a ground. The ground is not counted. It's 16.3. I guess the ground is counted. Whatever. All right, we'll throw this box away. That cable's for Sunday. Waiting for more parts. That'll be here Sunday. Okay. All right. Okay. So with this, well, I can only do one side of this today. Shoot, I forgot about that. Yeah, I'll just do the one side then and get that done. But this cable will mimic this cable here. So this is the previous cable. I'm waiting for this connector. That should come Sunday. I can do this here, and then I guess that'll be it for the night. I'll do the welding table stuff maybe Sunday as well. See if I can do some stuff tomorrow, or at least get some work done, some coding work. Man, this thing is huge. Whoa, look at the crimper on that thing. Look at that. That's a crazy connection. I don't have a crimper that strong. Anyways, let's get this done. And I think I'll just go ahead and make a steak and then chill out for the rest of the night. Get some sleep so I can be on the road tomorrow. Oh, my old bones. Old man. Okay, so this is going to be a hot cable. Yeah, mostly has to be hot cable. So we'll give it red. Put these rods away. Oh, what do I need? Need a blade. Yeah, I know they make tools for that, but be honest, this is what I have here right now. Honestly, if you score this enough, you can pull it off with the pliers, which is what I'm gonna do. There we go. Okay. Then once it's crimped, can go over it with the jacket. Oh, it's got a little bit of glue in it. Good. I cut off too much, but cut off just enough. All right. How am I gonna crimp this thing? Son of a gun. How do I crimp this thing? Forgot the tool I gotta use. I don't have like a large crimper, I think. How did I crimp that there? Yeah, I have the tool for it, but Okay. All right, so I need to. Let's just Google it, because I have the tool. I don't know what the one I have in mind. Where is it? Crimp. Crimp to. Oh yeah, I did just buy that the other day. Where is that? I know I just bought I just bought that thing the other day. Oh, where did I put it? I didn't have the tool in mind, but I thought I've done it before. I hope I don't have it in the other building. I don't want to walk over there. It's probably over here or something. No. Oh man, I think it's in the other building. Where did I put it? All right, I guess I'll be back. Gotta walk over to the other building and get this crimper. Once that's done, I am gonna be done for the night. All right, be right back. Okay, well, this sucks. I can't find this tool to terminate this cable. So I have to keep looking. I'm not sure where I put it. Checked my other building, checked all the different drawers. Oh, man. I'm getting tired. Tired and hungry. I can't believe I misplaced it. Oh, man. I just bought the thing. I don't think I put it on any of these shelves out here. Dang it, man. Damn, that's tragic. That is tragic. Wow. Okay, I'll have to find that tool. Not sure where I put it. Of course it's somewhere, and it's like nobody's borrowed it or nothing. I don't really lend my tools out that much, if at all. It's got to be like on the ground here somewhere. Ugh. What in the world? And that's not like a tool I would even. I know it. It's on the damn property somewhere. Ah, damn it! I hate this. I really do hate when this happens. I got so much stuff, so many different places. I try to keep it organized. Try to keep the stuff like close to one another. We need to take this blade out. Let's see. Check this bin one more time. Nope. 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 Oh, my goodness, man. All right. I'll just end the stream for today. Can't find that darn tool. I know I ain't return it. Maybe I put it in the inside of the house. Maybe it's in the house. All right. I guess that's it for today. I have more parts that will be coming in on Sunday, so I'll be waiting for that, or I have to wait for that so that I can get the rest of these things done. Probably won't get it all done on Sunday. Takes me a while to get this stuff done or go through these darn streams and stuff. So that kind of sucks, but you know, building something. Damn, I'm really still looking for this thing. I am half pissed or quarter pissed. I'm not really not that pissed. Anyways, with that being said, oh, my camera's not working. Ooh. My camera's not working. Anyways, now we're having technical difficulties. All right. With that being said, peace. Appreciate you all.